Here.
Councilman Carn.
Present.
Councilman DeSenza.
Mr. President.
Councilman DeCino.
Here.
Councilman Doty.
Here.
Councilman Griggs.
Here.
Administrator LaPlace. And Attorney Corsini.
Here.
Okay, Michael LaPlace is not going to be here tonight. He has something that he has to attend to.
I have his report.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
We're good.
In case you didn't know.
Oh, no, we're there. All right, so let's skip down. We are up to ordinance for public hearing and final adoption.
Ordinance 2155-25, an ordinance amending the Lincoln Boulevard redevelopment plan to provide minimum apartment sizes.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to open for public,
Second.
all right. Okay, guys, anyone wishing to step forward and talk about this ordinance is welcome to do so at this time. Okay, I'd like a motion to close.
Motion. Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and let's have a motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call.
Council President Conahan.
Yes.
Councilman Carn.
Yes.
Councilman DeSenza.
Yes.
Councilman DeCino.
Yes.
Councilman Doty.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Okay. No adoption of minutes tonight. We're up to the mayor's report. Okay. All right, I got a few things here. Let's start with the important stuff. First of all, I'd like to say thank goodness Mark Melchior did not get injured. He was involved in a little motor vehicle accident at Cedar Avenue. It was pretty serious. We're down, I believe, one police car, unfortunately, because of this. They took him out. He had to go to the hospital. He's home now. He wants to come back to work. As soon as he gets his release, he'll be back. Yeah, as I was talking to him yesterday, anything that you could walk away from is there a lot. It could have been a lot worse if you saw the condition of the cars. Okay. 9/11 ceremonies this Thursday. If you guys are out and about, please stop by. I know that Lenny's been working very hard on and the gang to make sure that it's all cleaned up and ready to go. Around town, if you notice, there's a lot of stuff going on at the parks, all over the place. Some of it's going a little bit slower than they would like, and I think that's a matter of getting the contractor going and some of the utility people moving things the way they're supposed to. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a union job. All right. Okay. Out in the newspaper, well, not in the newspaper, on social media, you hear a few things going on and kicking around about the Class 3s. This is still an ongoing process. It's at the next stage, which is it's being held. It's hopefully going to be brought home by a committee of 3, which is headed by the chief. It's going to be co-chaired with Attorney Corsini and Michael LaPlace to bring this hopefully to fruition. I'm not going to say I have my doubts. I would like to think at this point in time that we've gone around 9 million times that this thing will finally, it's either going to be ferreted out that they want to do it or they don't want to do it. You know, and I don't want to steal anyone else's thunder because, you know, part of the things that we're talking about here is going back to having 2 captains. One of the things that is on the captain's list is that part of the responsibilities and the way it's being split up is that not the administrative division captain, but the patrol division captain, one of his responsibilities is Class 3 special police officers. So if people are questioning whether we're serious about doing this, we're serious. We've been waiting a long time. We want it done. And the last thing I have on this today is I got this in the mail today is we have a certificate of recognition presented to Borough of Middlesex for the attainment of the silver level recognition for the New Jersey Safe Routes to School program, honoring the commitment and support of the program by enabling and encouraging children to walk and bicycle to school for 2025 through 2027. I think our police do a wonderful job making sure that the routes to school are safe, and they make sure that there's people at the right corners to make sure that people are paying attention to the traffic laws so we don't have any of our kids getting injured. And outside of that, oh, one last thing that I had on here. Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting sometimes. I apologize for that. I'm happy to say that it looks like we are just about there on having all 3 of our labor contracts done. I mean, it's a couple of things kicking back and forth with the lawyers, but basically there's nothing major. I would fully expect that these things are going to be on my desk to be signed, and you know, it's been a lot of time and a lot of effort, and frankly, it's been a lot of good faith negotiations on all sides that have brought this home. And I'd just like to, you know, for those out there in TV land, thank everyone that participated, because it did help make this, although at certain times it was an arduous thing, it was always up front, and it was always with the best intentions of the parties that were involved. And that's all I have on that. Moving down the road, President Conahan.
Thanks, Mayor. So I want to thank everybody involved with the newsletter for the fall. There's copies out there. It's the black and white. Very, very well done. I think it's the best one I've seen so far. Some special shout-outs for their. I think some of these articles are really, really spot on. OEM, Environmental, did a great job. Bob, Board of Health, Bob Scher, DPW, the police, and the clerk's office. Excellent articles. I think it's 10 pages this year. Really, really good. Also, a very special congratulations to our new clerk, Kelsey Meissner, sitting to my left. For the library, the July 14th storm, for those that don't know, I know Emily's here from the library board, but that storm left much of the library, some of the library is damaged. So much of the community room is damaged from the flood, as well as the children's room, which is in the back. Fortunately, everything should be back to normal in about a month. So by mid-October. Summer reading and the summer programming it's obviously now over, and it was a huge success. Some numbers, July's total circulation was 3 times higher than July of last year, 2024. August total circulation was more than 2 times higher than August of last year. So the next program hosted by the Friends of the Library is next Sunday, September 21st. It's at 3 p.m. in the library and features a vocalist and a guitarist, Nancy Sharp, with a potpourri of show tunes. Congratulations to Barbara Benson in our Office of Emergency Management, OEM. She was promoted to Deputy of Operations. Please attend our annual 9/11 commemorative ceremony. It's going to be this Thursday at 7 p.m. in front of the Victor Crowell Park. A very special thank you goes to Shirley Penrose for once again coordinating this event. She's done it every year, I think since 2002, roughly. Welcome and congratulations to our first full-time Director of Zoning and Code Enforcer, Matthew Dillingham. He started actually yesterday, was his first full day in the borough. Let's see, a special thank you to Karen Wick. She's in our construction office, and Michelle's been out, and Karen has done literally everything in construction. So big kudos to Karen. And lastly, I hope everybody in this room, plus most of our residents, make plans to attend our fire department food truck festival. It's going to be on Saturday, September 20th. I'm sure Councilman Doty has some details, but in Mountain View Park, I think more people that hear this, the better. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's their first fundraiser. They're really trying to obviously replace the carnival. This isn't going to do it, but this is a very good start. They may do 1 or 2 of these a year. You'll see these around town. We're going to put some outside as well. It's $5 to enter per person. Live music, activities for adults, activities for kids, 15 plus food trucks, alcohol for sale. Dogs are welcome. Plus, again, this is for our 4 firehouses that are all volunteer. So I really hope folks show up. If the weather's good like it has been, this could be a great day for the town. Last but not least, our next pillar will be awarded to longtime volunteer Lee Poandel at our next meeting, which is 2 weeks from tonight, September 23rd, 7 p.m. It should be done by 7:30, 7:20, 7:30. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Councilman Carnes.
Yes, Mayor. For the Film Commission, we're going to change everything next meeting. I had your advice, Mayor, but we're going to be looking to change the ordinance for that coming up very soon. For the Arts and Culture, they are postponing their meeting because it falls on the same as the September 11th ceremony, so they're going to try their best to get over there and support that. For the school, I would like to just comment that the mayor has been very, very excellent in his communication with the schools. He's gone above and beyond in many ways that have impressed me as a councilman, so I am very happy that he's advocating for the borough in the correct manner. I think there has been a level of disrespect sent to our direction. I think it's not fair, and I think that is impeding, which is why the chief and everyone else is taking over it. So thank you, Mayor, for your continued effort to protect our kids. As a father of four, I greatly appreciate that. And hopefully this gets taken a lot more seriously very soon. To move to, just threw my brain off, but yeah, that's very important to me. But arts, senior and disabled, my brain just went sideways, and my internet's not working, but there's a senior message out there. Take your check, take a look. There's senior department's running smooth, bunch of trips going on. Don't be lonely. Winter months are coming up. Stay warm, stay connected, be social. Get some Zumba on, do something to get, stay loosey-goosey, be happy as we come up in these pumpkin months and winter months. And we had a meeting, councilmatic meeting about one of the issues, and we were looking to move one of the resolutions quickly to executive, have a quick discussion, and then vote on after.
Sure.
I'm not sure if we can get a consensus for that, because I know the council president, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Good.
That's good. So that's what we had. Councilman Dicino and Councilman Griggs, they agreed with that, moving it. He's shaking his head no.
Yeah,
Go crazy. I'm like staring at it, my brain was sideways. I'm like, did I say the name wrong? I did. But that was great, and done.
Done?
Thank you.
All right, Councilman DeSenza.
Okay, for recreation, fall basketball starts on September 17th. Soccer starts soon with almost 200 registered children. We'll be using Haverstick Field as the school fields are not up to par. Toddler play group is organizing now, and the registration is filling up quickly. We have a new program starting in the fall, fall girls softball. They wanted to take it as a traveling team, but the level of expertise is not there yet, so they're just going to try and play local towns. And we have a grant application in for Haverstick Park. It's been submitted for up to $100,000 in improvements. Hopefully we get something. Swim pool, they had a good year. After the opening problems, they wound up with almost the same membership as last year. I think they were too shy of last year's membership. And they will be here the second meeting in October to lay out their plans going forward. The roof is still not fixed. Lenny's trying to get another bid, and we'll work on that. Did you get it? Okay. SWAC meeting was canceled for this month, so we'll next month. And just for parks, the Suburban Consulting is having a meeting on October 7th to bring us up to date on where we're going.
Is that the same night, Joe, as the Parks meeting?
Yeah. We're not sure where they're going to have it yet, though. Whether the library room will be ready or
We're here.
here, or the annex, where, that to be determined. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Councilman Lucino.
Yeah, for the environmental, we had a meeting last week, and we had a presentation from the company Community Solar Simplified. They're going to come here on September 23rd to give a presentation. It was really good. I mean, they tell you it's zero cost to you. You don't put panels on your house. You use a solar farm, and they're saying 45% off your utility bill, just electric usage, not the fees and not gas. So we kept saying to him in the meeting, it's too good to be true. Where's the punchline? Where's the punchline? He said, it's no cost, no cost. Well,
When's the meeting?
Next one.
23rd, next meeting here.
Presentation.
Presentation, yeah. Also, Claire's working with Alexa on a grant for a charging station in Mountain View Park. That's a $100,000 grant, so hopefully it works out well. It has to be borough-owned land, so if not in the back, up front, where the front parking lot is, we could possibly do something there. But, so that'll work. What else? A couple events they have planned. International Cleanup Day, September 20th, 9 to 2 at Fitzsimmons Park. And there's also a Tree Keepers. It's a short course on September 27th at 10 a.m. The next meeting for JLO is September 16th. For DPW, like the mayor said, their guys are working. They're ready for 9/11 ceremony. That looks good there. Also, finally, all the bamboo has been removed. So, and it looks so much better down there.
It looked a lot bigger, that's
It's
for
amazing
sure.
how much was down there. So, as far as the county recycling cans, we're 99% complete. They're still fielding some calls, very few. So, finally, that has been taken care of. What else? They're continuing to clean all catch basins in town. Mountain View Park, I was there today. They had kind of like a meeting with all the contractors. There's a lot of moving parts there. First, the new playground equipment is not here yet. That's an issue. The fitness equipment is here, so they're going to probably start putting the fitness equipment into that one area. That's off the second separate area, so there's plenty of time for that. And they're still waiting for public service to put a breaker in so they can lift the pump station over the power lines. They're going to be working on drainage next week. They need the drainage from, what's that, free soil, who's that? Freehold soil. They had to have drainage there, so they started running drainage. There is a pipe that runs back into the brook back there, so they're tying into that, but they want to drain it, so that's all the plans. They're going to start that next week. So hopefully we're on our way down there. I mean, they're moving too slow for me, but I guess that's just the way I am.
Give him hell, Bobby. That it?
That's all, yes.
All right. First thing, it's not there. No, there's no sign sheet. All right, and Councilman Doty.
Okay, I got the fireman's report for August. 44 total calls. They had actually 2 trash fires. Well, one was outside, one was, they weren't sure, but it was contained. They did a medical assist with the EMS. They did 2 accidents with injuries, 5 without. They had gas leaks. They had 5 calls for that, which we're getting to that season as people turn on heat. So make sure you check. Chief wanted me to let everybody know because they get a bunch of these first thing in the fall when everybody turns their heat on for the first time. Carbon monoxide incident, they had 2, and that's all they have. He had a couple of things he wanted me to highlight. Was there was 2 trash can fires. One was August 7th on Marlborough Avenue. The garbage can fire up against the house. Chief Bartok got there. He managed to see it immediately, and there was a garden hose right there. He was able to extinguish it before the house went up. So people in the house really happy about that, obviously. August 18th, they members of the Lincoln Firehouse, they were going to the meeting, their monthly meeting, and they noticed a garbage can fire in one of the neighbors' cans and went over there and was able to put it out. So they were just happened to be pulling out
So they took care of that.
Timing is everything.
Yeah. They were there National Night Out. Hopefully everybody got to go over, and I know they were running the tower while we were there, and didn't realize the thing's still in great shape, and it's 10 years old now. So it's getting there, you know. And the 28th, they, at 1900 hours, they attended an extrication drill at Beechwood Firehouse to demo new battery-powered extrication tools. So they got some new toys and took it, you know.
They probably used
Got
them
to work.
today.
Yeah, well, that's, they did respond to the accident with the police, Sergeant Melchior, and the vehicle that hit the patrol car wound up on its side, and they wound up having to cut the roof off. I found out just prior to getting here, the chief guys gave me an update that the person driving that vehicle was released from the hospital. They were kept overnight, and they're okay. So they were released today, and they're okay. But the car is apparently pretty well destroyed. Along the firemen, please come out and support them on the 20th. This is their event. They're trying to make this a go. And I think if they have real success, they may even do one earlier, like springtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to make this to replace the fair. It's going to be fenced in. There's a small fee to get into the gate. They're going to have stuff to do for kids, adults. You can go have a beer. There's food there, music, the whole 9 yards. So please go out and support them, because their overall, what they've collected in donations is down huge. So they are struggling. You know, they definitely are independent firehouses, and they really need a shot in the arm from us. The last thing is I was at the OEM meeting, and I saw Barbara get a promotion to I got the exact wording is elevated to deputy coordinator for the OEM. So she's number 3. She deserves it because she practically lives for that. It's just incredible. She does an incredible job, and she deserves. She was in total shock. Jack came back, managed to hobble himself in there and gave it to her. He also made 2 other promotions, right? I'm like 2 corporals. Fred and I can't.
One, maybe?
No, one's already an officer. I can't remember the other. It's 2. It was 3. He actually was elevated. So he did 3 corporals. On the tip of my tongue, I can't remember who it was. Yeah, there was 3 people elevated to that because they're putting a bunch of effort in, and Jack wanted to recognize them also. So they are. That group is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We need a library now to meet. So it's just, they're doing a phenomenal job. They did get the command center back also, and now that air conditioning season's over, they have air conditioning. Took them years to finally get somebody to fix that and knew what they were doing. So now it works, and they're on the right path with that. That's all I have, Mayor, except for what we're going to talk about later on.
Perfect. Councilman Griggs?
Not a lot since the last meeting, but I'm glad to see we have the new zoning officer, and you know, people had a lot of good feedback from him, and you know, everything I've heard about him has been good. So I think he's going to make a good improvement for the town with the extra hours in the office. Shade Tree Commission meets the second Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. in this room. Board of Health, we do have a rabies clinic coming up on November 1st from 10 to 12. It's back again this year. It's free for the residents. The Board of Health meetings, third Thursday of the month at 6:30 in the community room. As far as the food truck festival, definitely looking forward to that. My kids are excited for that one too. You know, I think it's a great addition to the town. So, you know, I think it's a good idea for the fire department. And last thing is just the recycling cans. I think have been going good. I've actually at my business in town, I've heard people saying that they're happy, that they're big, they're large enough size, you know, good. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, very good. Okay, under the guide.
Yeah, I have the administrator's report. He sent it over to me today. Progress is being made on construction of the various improvements to Mountain View Park, including the new restroom facility and new playground equipment. During construction, vehicular access to the rear area of the park is restricted, so you may hear at times that people can't get all the way back. Depends what they're doing, what they have to block off. On Monday, Matthew Dillingham started working full-time as the borough's zoning and code enforcement director. We also have a new part-time qualified purchasing agent on board, Jennifer Mercedes. Middlesex Borough's annual observance of 9/11 will be this Thursday, beginning at 7 p.m. at Victor Kroll Park. DPW has been working hard to prepare the site for the occasion. I walked down there, Bobby. They're doing a great job just cleaning the whole area up. Some projects staff will be working on this fall will include identifying vacant and surplus municipal land for possible sale, preliminary design work on a prototype for new borough entrance signage, and the enhancement of Lincoln Park. We will also continue to be proactive in working with owners and developers regarding investment in Middlesex. Resolutions this evening include approvals for third quarter tax refund, sewer billing waived appeals for 2 properties, the promotion of Deputy Clerk Kelsey Meixner to Municipal Clerk effective September, I guess it's 2nd, officially. He's got the first, and an amendment to the borough's personnel police regarding vacation time. The topic of the agenda workshop this evening is a proposal for mercantile licensing. And in executive session, we'll be discussing contract negotiations for Class 3 officers, personnel matters involving a construction official and inspectors, as well as police promotions. That's what he sent me.
All right, very good. Okay, let me just get over here. All right, after we did the administrator, right now, I'd like a motion to open things up for the privilege of the floor. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Mayor, I want to circle back to one thing that I asked about at the last meeting. Recently, we had the inspectors from, I guess, from the federal government poking around looking at some of these neighborhoods for radiation or excessive radiation. I looked at the documents that are posted on the town website. It has maps of neighborhoods, blocks and blocks. And I noticed, there's a map of the town, and it has these black outline areas that are considered evaluation areas. I think there's 2 dozen of them. And I noticed that within some of those evaluation areas, we have locations like Mountain View Park, we have Middlesex High School, we have the pool, Hazelwood School, Owen B School. What assurances do the public have? Does the public have that they have not been placed in any danger prior to this?
The only assurance that I could think of that we have, Dave, is that they allowed us to build.
Well, again, I know this is not you guys' issue because you didn't create this problem, but we've had a situation going back 25 years ago where the federal government told everybody it was okay to work at ground zero, and it wasn't. So, I'm not trying to sound alarm or anything, but how do we know? When does no immediate concern become immediate concern? And I ask this question because I spent 4 years at Middlesex High School myself years ago. I had one daughter who spent 9 years at OLB school. Should people be concerned? I know, again, this is not primarily your problem, it's the federal government, but is it time for the borough to put pressure on the federal government to release more information on this and be more upfront about a lot of this stuff?
Dave, we could ask. I don't know if we'll get anywhere, but we could always ask. I mean, it's a project that's, it's been going around here for 50 years. So,
That's the point of my question.
Exactly. And I mean, unfortunately, you know how that goes. I mean, there are certain things that you're going to get answers on, certain things you're going to get non-answers, certain things you're going to get circular answers. I mean, all I can say at this point is that we can ask. And if they tell us there's nothing to worry about, I mean, we have to either take it at face value or you have to start digging for your own information, pull an Aaron Brockovich and say, hey, listen, I noticed that there's 20 people over here or 30 people over here, like they did down in what was it, Lakewood for Siba Geigy and all that. I mean, outside of that,
Well, you make a good point about the borough looking for zoning information. Have you had the environmental engineer involved in this at all? Borough's environmental engineer.
I honestly, Dave, I don't know.
All right, thank you very much.
Anybody else? I'm just going to ask one quick question off the thing. Bob, do you have any information you could throw in on that? I mean, you were involved with that for a little while. Nothing to add?
Not really. I think for the most part, they did do the inspections of those properties in the past. A lot of times the base rate for any rating that was found they keep lowering over the years, and that's made a difference. To say that it was cleared, it must have been, I agree, it must have been cleared at some point, and maybe before you May.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I just appreciate your feedback. Okay. Anybody else? It might be the world record for this one. Okay. Oh, jeez.
You left that open too long, Jack.
We almost made, no, just kidding.
Quick, Bruce. Yes, it's going to be real quick. Bruce Sanders, 10 Minutes Avenue. Two things. I have not seen our rescue squads moving. I know we have a problem with volunteerism. Are they rolling at all?
At this point, the chief and I had a discussion on that. He is working on looking at are they rolling at all? Honestly, I don't know the number off the top of my head. The chief thinks that they're way down. He's getting us some numbers that we can go after that. As a matter of fact, I think at this point, we're almost exclusively dealing with either Boundbrook, Robert Wood Johnson, or I even think Greenbrook.
Greenberg come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a three. So we have a problem with that.
The only thing I would mention is maybe Lenny or somebody, I don't know who controls those, but at least start those vehicles and make sure that
They're their own.
they're their own.
They're private vehicles for their corporation.
No. That's a private corporation.
They do maintain their stuff.
I figured they did, but I just figured if they're not moving, who's starting them and doing it?
Well, I think they're having them out, but I mean, I couldn't tell you, but I haven't seen them, and it just, I don't think they were even at a National Night Out.
Okay, really? Second question, along that lines, we're talking about firemen and all this kind of stuff. I heard mention through the last, I think it was 2 meetings ago, about a new fire engine. And I'm just worried about age of what we have, and do we have the money for that? Because that's probably a little thing.
If at this point, the only discussion is, hey, listen, if we're going to start getting involved with this, we have to start saving for it now. And at this point, there's no purchase order, no quote, nothing that we've been looking at. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I think, Kevin, you can say, nothing.
It takes them 10, 12 months to write the spec for it.
Yeah.
Then I think the oldest one right now is the Crash truck. They really wanted to get done because that thing's some crazy amount of money, and Lincoln would be the next vehicle that is the oldest. Oh my God!
I know they go many years.
I think 20.
It's got to be pushing
15, 20?
02, 03, like early 2000.
Yeah, it's 20 years, or more.
I just heard 2 meetings ago something mentioned quickly.
Well, if you heard it online, it must be true, so don't worry about it.
It was in a meeting here, so that's why.
No. Let's put it this way. Not that we've even discussed or even talked about at this point, other than if we want one and we got to get the ball rolling, we got to start squirreling away some money for it.
By the time you get it,
it takes them about 10 to 12 months to design it. They pick a manufacturer, then for it to be built, it's
Yeah,
Take a year and a half or more or something.
yeah, it's like a 3-year deal
Okay.
from the time you say, we're gonna do it.
Crazy.
And we're not even at that point yet.
No.
Okay, motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, very good. Okay. Kelsey, you're up.
Resolution 243, 2025, acceptance of standing reports. Resolution 244, 2025, refund of third quarter taxes on Block 110, Lot 4. Resolution 245, 2025, acknowledging the change in status for certain properties under the senior citizen, disabled person, veteran tax deductions for Block 6, Lot 2.02. Resolution 246, 2025, 2025 sewer billing waived appeals for Block 86.06, Lot 8, and Block 293, Lot 3.01. Resolution 247, 2025, acknowledging the change in status for certain properties under the senior citizen, disabled person, veteran tax deductions for Block 196, Lot 4. Resolution 248, 2025, promoting Deputy Clerk Kelsey Meixner to municipal clerk effective September 1, 2025, at an annual salary of $80,000. Resolution 249, 2025, amending the borough's personnel policy to permit additional vacation time in certain circumstances.
Okay, at this point, we're gonna pull resolution number 7, and we're gonna discuss it in executive session. We're gonna add it to executive session to be discussed, and we will have action on that after the executive session. Is that right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, that's where we are with that. So does anyone need to pull, move, / anything else?
Nope.
Okay, so if we could have a roll call on all the rest of them, please.
Council President Conahan.
Yes.
Councilman Carn.
Yes.
Councilman DeSenza.
Yes.
Councilman DeCino.
Yes.
Councilman Doty.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the non-consent agenda resolution.
One second, get through. All right. Resolution 250, 2025, pay all claims.
All right, could I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second? All right, any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Council President Conahan.
Yes.
Councilman Carn.
Yes.
Councilman DeSenza.
Yes.
Councilman DeCino.
Yes.
Councilman Doty.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Okay, let's go up to the next item. We have an agenda workshop item here tonight on mercantile licensing. The reason that we want to talk about this is because, number one, I think there's a need for us to actually have mercantile fee for people that are not just food establishments in this town, so we know what people are doing and how these things are popping up. Because we've had a couple of surprises, or at least one that I know of for sure, where a business was selling something that we were unaware of and we didn't want them to sell. And, I mean, it was able to be taken care of, but, you know, this is the type of thing to get basically a list, understand who's here, what are they doing in our town, for all the businesses, you know, and it's a license, so we're not looking to hammer anybody hard, but at the same time, you know, like an administrative fee of maybe 20, 30, 40, probably keep it low because you don't want to beat these guys to death, but we just want to move forward to understand what people are doing in this town and have a complete register of the businesses. That's where we're trying to get to. Bob, I know you were involved with that, correct? Back in the day? You know, and I think, what was the holdup?
I don't know, it's never progressed, but I know that we recently had, in the past year, we had a discussion at the Board of Health, and we brought up the fact that currently we license food establishments, but we don't license other businesses in the town. And it seemed like something that we should have, be able to track these businesses, know who the owner is, and have more information about them, so that we're not surprised by a business that may be operating in town that we don't know anything about.
Right.
And I think based upon that, I know it would help the recommendation for the mayor and council right now to reconsider it. And I also have provided a copy of Ocean City's ordinance and their information of how they do. Now, I would recommend, just as you had said, you're not really looking to get a large fee out of it. you just want to get a fee to cover it, and use that as a way of tracking what businesses are in town. Right now, the only ones that are paying for a license that way are anybody licensed through the Board of Health for food operations.
For food, right.
If it's something else, it can be any type of
Now-
business that we're not fully...
Now, these businesses, the pure mercantile license, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but I know you have a lot of, would these go through the Board of Health, or they get licensed through the clerk's office?
No, they should actually be licensed through the clerk's office.
Clerk's office, yeah.
And taken care of that way. The Board of Health will still do the licensing related to...
Is it separate, or is it part of the same license?
It should really be separate, a separate license.
Just because of the fees.
Just
For the
fees.
because the food is like 300
We
a
do have
year.
others that are paying mercantile license. For games of chance,
Yep.
pinball machines, pool tables, they all pay.
Right.
So it's not only...
Like the Elks and the Legion.
Yeah, the Elks and Lee, I understand that, but still. Sorry, Bob, you were going to say something?
No, what Joe just said is true. I mean, I'm talking about just general businesses out there, we don't have a license.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So it's like
those are
a,
the businesses that sometimes we need to track.
I would think, I don't know why we don't license or at least get a fee for like vape shops and places like that.
But really, it's almost any business, because there's a lot of businesses that come up, even with health, that we had a couple come up that they were reported as tattoo parlors, and
Tattoo parlors.
it's really cosmetic procedures that are being done there, but you really don't know
Massage
that,
parlors.
you know?
So sometimes, so you can license all these individual businesses. I think you already licensed massage parlors. We did. Yeah,
There are some, but we don't have anything that needs everybody.
So in advance of this discussion, I took a look at a few towns. I looked at Asbury. You looked at Ocean, Bob, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at Asbury Park, which has a whole schedule. You know, and it's not related to them being a short community. They just have a schedule for all types of businesses. And then West Orange has a $100 fee. So you can go one direction with a solid fee for everything. You can make that cumulative or exclusive based on the other things you license, in addition to or an exception of. Or you can, go the other way. Go,
All right.
make a long list. It's up to you guys.
Well, the thing is that if you talk about it and you don't really assign it to anybody, it's never going to get done. The real question is that do we drive this forward through the administrative area, or do we drive it forward through the health area? The Board of Health, do we start there?
Yeah, I agree with Bob. I think that Bob's shaking his head, and I think we're thinking the same thing.
It's
It's not the Board of Health.
No, I don't think so either. All right.
No, because ultimately we enforce by.
yeah, it's gonna come through the administration.
All right.
Bob, question about, I know you're 35 to 40 years in Union County. Did most towns back then have a mercantile license for businesses?
Most
A
of the towns-
business license outside of food?
Most of the towns I dealt with this when I was working in my career, they did have mercantile licenses. So they did have a business license, a way of tracking those businesses.
Okay. Same with you, Chris? Chris, do you have-
Actually, my experience has been different. I'm in less towns than Bob, but I think you guys would be the first of my four. Not to say that you
So
shouldn't do
Bridgewater
it.
doesn't have anything?
I don't believe so. I'll look. I don't think
All right.
so.
Well, I'll tell you what, being that we don't know where it's going and Mr. Kevin's a little
Great.
overloaded,
Oh, look. He's going to give it to someone else.
I'll do it.
Forget-
I'll do it, and if I need, we'll pull in a committee, if I need some help from other people.
I can help you
We'll-
with this too, Jack.
There you go. All right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, is there any other, I'll get back to you, I got to get some more little
I would say
groundwork information. and-
Mayor, I would be, just my personal, I think the maximum fee, and I hate fees for anything, would be $20. I like to say 10, but it's too small, but it costs us more to administer the program.
That's
So I
important,
think-
Mike. Yeah, what you just said is very important.
I think 20 would be the absolute max, because there's really, aside from us having an active list of businesses, they're not getting anything from this.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing. I mean,
So
to
I
me,
know
it's like licensing your
but-
dog or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just,
More
you're just letting
know.
people know that you have one.
I think it's more just knowing, like, we don't know. One business could leave and another comes in, we don't know. If they don't have to come and get something through you guys, or they have a game, pool table, pinball, we don't know.
I'd like to
All right.
research the enforcement aspect too. A license this broad, right? I'm pretty fairly sure that my other 3 towns don't have it.
We got to
Because
be
we've
able
had
to enforce
issues where businesses came up even on Bakeland, like who's on Bake, we didn't even know.
Right.
We had no idea.
Right, so I'll get a start on that with you, Chris, and we'll go through that. All right, any other,
We're going to open to the public.
Oh, you got it.
yeah, anyone else up here have anything to say on that at this point? No? All right, privilege of the floor on agenda workshop items. Can I have a motion to open?
Motion.
Second? Okay. 2 in a row.
Stay there, Bruce, you just stay, okay.
So just a question, don't we know these businesses through taxes? You just went through a whole thing, so there's a name, there's the type of business, don't you have that information already?
I guess in a broad sense, you know that it's commercial property,
So the way
but
I
you might
understand
not
it,
know what they're doing.
It literally says commercial property, residential property, square footage, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
I
what
think
they
have to
sell,
declare, because
What they
that's-
manufacture, like, we have no idea, they could be they could be
Okay.
manufacturing legal drugs, illegal drugs, we have no idea.
Okay. All right.
I mean, really, the only thing that people are interested in, if you go back through the records, was what? Like used car lots, things with pot, basically, and outside of that, a bar or food restaurant. Everything else is almost up for grabs.
It's like the Wild West.
Yeah, so we want to kind of tighten it up a little bit because, a lot of this stuff is in conjunction with the broken glass type thing and the credo, which is why we have a full-time code enforcer. I don't even know if that's going to be enough to do all the things that we need to do because there's, and it's no one's fault, but it's been pretty loosey-goosey here, and there's a lot of stuff I get, even as far as the landlord registrations. Once you start looking, you're going to find out and be like, holy cow, how long has that been there? And you might find out it's been there 30 years. But, that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get it handled on, we want people to do the right thing, and we want to know what you're doing, and, we want people in Middlesex to be safe and prosperous. That's it. Okay, anyone else for the privilege of the floor? No? Okay, motion to close?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to go into executive session. We're going to discuss the 3 items that are there, plus that last,
Motion to amend your executive.
yeah, well, I need a motion to amend our executive session.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All right, second, do we have to say what the amendment is, or?
State some, so it'll be, personnel, whatever it was last.
It's the 3 items, plus it's the,
Personnel,
I think it was personal policy.
there you go.
oh, the change to the personnel policy, thank you.
So Kelsey will amend the resolution.
All right, thank you very much. And action will be taken at the end of the executive session. So, motion,
Motion.
second. This is just for an all in favor for making the change. Do I need an all in favor?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now motion to go into executive session.
Motion.
Second, roll call.
Council President Conahan.
Yes.
Councilman Carnes. Councilman DeSenza.
Yes.
Councilman DeCino.
Yes.
Councilman Doty.
Yes.
And Councilman Griggs.
All right, guys, 2 minutes
Jack,
before we
You want to
kick.
thank Bob for coming too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to kick this in gear. Like I said, there is action. Our next meeting is September 23rd. Don't forget to come to 9/11. Bob, thank you very much for coming. We always appreciate your input.
Thank
You know,